Greetings faculty and welcome to another WIS Technology tutorial. In today's lesson I'm going to be demonstrating a few of the iPad functions that I think will be useful for everyone. Again, these are very beginner level functions, but some of you may not have known you've been able to do this. So the first feature I'm going to show you is how you can create folders on your iPad. So simply by holding your finger on one of the icons, you can start to get this jiggling action with the apps. This means now they can be moved around, deleted, so on and so forth. So for example, if I take my iMovie app, which is right here, and if I want to group it together with my GarageBand app, I can simply place my finger over the iMovie icon, pull it on top, which I can then rename with something that's more appropriate to what I want this collection of apps to represent. So maybe these are multimedia apps. I can click done and then click the home button over here to stop them shaking. So now I have a folder which I can open and get to a collection of apps that are all very similar. That's just an organizational tool. Next feature is how to quit applications. Now, you may have opened an app. So say, for example, I open my Chrome browser. Here's Google Chrome. I open that up and say I'm done doing what I need to do. And I click the home button. And now, because I don't see Chrome anymore, I'm thinking, well, that application has now been quit. Well, that's not the case. In fact, you probably have several applications still open. And here's how you can view your open applications and quit them. So if you double tap the home button, this gives you a view of all of your current open apps. You can swipe through them left or right. So in order to close them, you just very simply toss them off the screen. So here's my calendar app. I'll just close that one. This is Safari, explain everything, Google Drive. All of these things are eating up valuable memory on the iPad. So I can just quit them. And again, I'm not deleting them from the iPad. I'm simply quitting them from being active and running. Another useful skill is knowing how to project your iPad just like this from your computer. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the Reflector app and how you can set that up to project your iPad through your computer screen. So let me first escape out of this view. The Reflector app looks like this icon down here. Okay, when you click on it, nothing actually really happens. But if you look up in the upper left near the apple, you can see that you do have it open. And the first thing I would recommend doing is just configuring some of the preferences. So this is the preferences panel. And I give my AirPlay a name. So this way, students could easily find my computer when they need to AirPlay to it. If it's just like the serial number of my computer, it's going to be really hard to know where I'm AirPlaying. And then I would just give it a simple password to sort of prevent unintended people from AirPlaying to your classroom, because you don't want them to AirPlay things perhaps by mistake or intentionally to disrupt your class. Now, you can set this up to show the client name, and what this does is it basically places in the upper right-hand corner. If I were to reset this now, the name of my device would be here. So if your students have put their name in the name of their iPad, you could identify who is AirPlaying at any given time. So that's up to you. And then if you choose show and hide, it'll be on screen just for a little bit, and then it'll disappear and hide. So those are the preferences. And on the iPad itself, the way you AirPlay is you reveal you reveal Control Center by swiping up from the bottom, and there's an icon here that normally says AirPlay, but because I'm already AirPlaying, that's why it says Richard's computer. So you can see which device I am connected to. And of course I can turn mirroring on and off by simply toggling this button right here. So I can do that like that. Now it's gone, and if I want to bring it back, I will just turn mirroring back on, and we're back. And I have it to launch in full screen. So that is AirPlay and Reflector. One thing we do on our computers is saving images either to our desktop or to Google Drive for use in presentations and many other uses. You can also save images that you find on the web on your iPad. Let me demonstrate. So I'm going to open up Google Chrome, and this is a supply and demand chart, and I'm just simply going, if I want to save this image to my iPad, I simply hold down my finger on top of the image and it reveals a menu, and if I click Save Image, that image will now be saved in my camera roll. So let's just go over to my camera roll, and you can see right here, that's the image. So that's saving images from a browser to your camera roll. Google Drive is likely the most important app you have on your iPad, and there is a feature that allows you to access Google Drive files and open them in other applications. So let's just jump into Google Drive momentarily. Here is my drive. I'm going to scroll down beyond my folders, go into a file. So say, for example, I want to work with one of these documents, but in another platform, not just in Google Drive. So here's a PDF I have called Accents, and I'm just going to, if I click the I, there's a little I button over here on the right. This reveals a sort of a window with other options for this file, some information about the device, so on and so forth. But the key feature here is this open in idea. Simply by tapping on this open in, you're opened up with this menu, and then if you click open in again, you'll be presented with other apps on this device that can open that application. So say, for example, I want to work with this and explain everything. And now this document is accessible to me in this software where I can mark things up and even talk about things and direct my audience's attention. So this is simply taking a PDF file stored in Google Drive, opening it up in another application, and in this case, it's Explain Everything. Staying on the topic of Google Drive, it's also a great place due to its unlimited storage for Google Apps for Education users, is that you can upload your iPad photos and videos here, and then you can download them again when you need them. This allows you to free up lots of space on your iPad for future videos and pictures. So the way you upload a video or picture is simply open the Drive app, and in the upper right-hand corner, you have this plus symbol. You can tap on the plus symbol and then simply tap upload photos or videos, and then you can go to your camera roll, select what you want to upload, click the blue check mark button. You can get notification at the bottom that it's been uploading, and I can click the locate button to find it in my drive. Okay, so the final iPad function I'd like to share with you is the use of AirDrop. AirDrop is a technology that can share files wirelessly between iPads, And once you've installed Yosemite on your laptop, you can then share files via AirDrop desktop or laptop to iPad as well. So the way this works is, this is the teacher iPad that's on the screen. In a minute, I'm going to invite Miss McMahon to add her iPad, and we're going to demonstrate how easy it is to send one file from one iPad to another. So Miss McMahon, will you please add your iPad to the screen? So on the left is the teacher iPad. On the right is the student's iPad. Now what I'm going to demonstrate is I'm simply going to open up Pages on my iPad. Here we go. And I've written this beautiful essay, Geology 101 report. And I need to get this to Miss McMahon, or vice versa, she needs to get something to me. The way you would send it is you can click on the upper right corner, and there is this box with an arrow pointing out of it. When you click that, and this is in Pages, it works a little bit different in each app, but there's certainly a way to send something via AirDrop. So I'm going to actually send her a copy of this for her review. I'm going to choose the format. So if she prefers to receive things in Word, it can convert it to Word. I'm going to leave it in Pages. There. So now I'm presented with the ability to send it to Miss McMahon in this AirDrop space. This is automatically turned on. You'll notice on her iPad, she has AirDrop turned on to everyone. This means that anyone who has a file to share can actually submit one to her. However, she has final say as if she's going to accept it or not. So if I click on Miss McMahon's profile picture right here, it's going to send a message to her iPad. She can decline or accept. Will you please accept my file, Miss McMahon? And then now she's prompted to open it in an application that is capable of opening the document. So that's it.